Behold, the Earth. Earth's surface is constantly changing into new shapes and sizes. Although there are many different factors, I'll be looking at weathering and erosion. Weathering includes the mechanical and chemical processes that breaks down and sculpts the rocks. Erosion transports the pieces away. Working together, they create and turn up interesting things, from sandstone arches in deserts, boulders high in mountains, and polished cliffs beside the oceans. What are some of the causes of weathering and erosion? Well, the most widely known cause, I think, is probably, drumroll please. Could I get a little bit better drum roll? Water is nature's most versatile tool. For example, take rainfall on a chilly day. The water pools into cracks and crevices. Then, at night, the temperature drops and the water expands as it turns to ice, splitting the rock like a sledgehammer to a wedge. The next day, the rocks are cracked under the beating sun and eventually are washed away. Repeated fluctuations in temperature can also weaken and eventually fragment rock, which expands when hot and shrinks when cold. This slowly turns stones in arid deserts to sand. In a similar way, constant cycles from wet to dry will crumble clay. Bits of sand can be picked up and carried off by the wind, which can blast the sides of nearby rocks, buffering them smooth. On the seashore, the action of waves chips away at cliffs and whisks the fragments away back and forth into fine sand. Plants and animals take a heavy toll on Earth's hardened minerals. Lichens and moss can squeeze into cracks and crevices where they take root. As they grow, so do the cracks, splitting them into bits and pieces. Creatures of every size trample, crush, and plow the rocks as they scurry across the surface and burrow underground. Up in the mountains, snow and ice build up into glaciers that weigh on the rocks beneath and slowly push them downhill under the force of gravity. Together with the advancing ice, the rocks carve out a path as the glacier slides down the mountain. When the glacier begins to melt, it deposits its cargo of soil and rock, transporting the rocky debris toward the sea. Every year, rivers deposit millions of tons of sediment into the oceans. Without water, wind, and ice, rock debris would simply pile up where it forms and hide all the cool stuff weathering forms.